Okay, so I decided to record a video. I haven't recorded a video in 2 years to put on YouTube, but this coronavirus made me want to put a video out. I'm in Ohio. I'm in northern Ohio. And recently what has been closed are all the schools been closed. They just closed the bars and restaurants because of St. Patrick's Day being tomorrow. They didn't want anybody in the bars and restaurants, so those closed tonight at 9. I am a photographer. I have photo booths and I go to parties all the time. So I am actually going to a party today and I don't know how many people are supposed to be there, but nobody's touching my photo booth and they're able to probably get their own pictures out by themselves. But just to be around so many people in a small space is frightening because I'm supposed to be there in about an hour and I'm just so busy watching Facebook and watching the news and it's keeping me still and I'm taking my time to go, so I might be running late. But we don't have any, personally, I have a business, I have a job, I work in a hotel where people have been, it's been a lot of cancellations, so they waived cancellation fees, and there were 2 days, like when I was working Thursday and Friday, today's Sunday, where it was just 2 or 3 people that had a reservation, and then most of the other reservations was walk-ins. So I mean, in a place like a hotel, I guess I'm very exposed to things, but I'm not saying that I've been sick because I haven't been sick. But if I have been sick in the past, it was like a normal cold, like it wasn't anything that had me laying on my ass or anything like that. And I'm kind of like over it, so it felt normal to me. But right now, like I said, I'm about to go to this party. There's going to be some people there. And I think Ohio was part of the last groups of the states to get, say that there were some cases. And then I was watching the news and they said that there could be over 100,000 cases in Ohio. And I mean, we just came from Columbus. It's just a lot to think about when you don't have assistance. You have your own business. The kids are at home. Everybody's hungry. Our host, for some reason, everybody's trying to, rush for toilet paper. The things I hope they don't shut off is the fucking water, heat. You know what I'm saying? It's still kind of cold. And because we're in Ohio, it was snowing yesterday. So I hope they don't. I hope that there's talking about delivering the kids homework from the bus, but even grabbing a homework, this thing's lived on top of surfaces for a period amount of time. It's nerve-wracking, and now I'm about to go to a party. And I want to give these people their money back, but because the way everything is set up, I don't get paid until next Friday. I don't have any food for real in the house. I got stuff that I can cook, but it's not like probably 2 to 3 meals left unless we're just eating what's out the can. Like, it's not a full meal that I have. And I'm afraid to go to the grocery store. I'm not trying to get trampled. I'm not trying to get pushed. I want to find things. I don't want to just go to the grocery store, expose myself to everybody, and not find what we need to survive. It's crazy. And it's not to the point to where the grocery store is bare. Like, you got to start eating freaking condiments or something like that. No. It's the worry of, will there be anything else coming? Will the trucks still be okay bringing our stuff to us? My mama's neighbor is a truck driver, and so she was told once the trucks stop, then that's when it's time to start worrying about things. But we're in America. I feel like food supplies should not run out. In America, food supplies should not run out. We shouldn't have that problem. We shouldn't have where we're not giving food to everybody. And it's gonna end up that way probably because we don't give shelter to everybody here. We don't protect our own. And it's taken us so long to where in Ohio to figure out that there's 100,000 cases here. And we've been to the hospital already twice just for other people just to go. And finally today, when you have to go into the hospital just to go, they test you at the door. And you've seen so many people in the emergency room. And some people are wearing masks, some people aren't. There's babies in there, there's kids in there, and it's the largest hospital that we have. And it's like the newest hospital that we have too. So you'll hear the nurses and talking and the people in the hallway talking. And we went to a doctor's appointment, and this was months ago before I even got over here, where they were talking about, this was months ago when they were getting the people off of the cruise ships and bringing them to shore. And this is when they started giving out these pamphlets in the doctor's office, like, little papers or whatever about what coronavirus is and washing your hands, and if you're sick, wear a face mask. So I overheard some nurses talking, and they was like, it is not, they were trying to figure out, was it the droplets? Like, what is it that it was spreading? Because one lady said, oh, no, it's not airborne. They didn't say it was airborne. The other one was like, yeah, it's like droplets coming out your nose and your mouth. It's like, your fluid out your face if you sneeze or if you cough. And, or rub your eyes or anything like that. So they were talking about it and just reminiscing and going back now that school is closed and the bars are closed and the restaurants are closed. I don't think nobody know what they talking about. I think this is a virus that is like the flu. My conspiracy. No, I don't want to do conspiracies. I just wanted to get facts on what we were going through right now. I really don't want to do a conspiracy. But if I were to do a conspiracy, I would say one news station showed the emissions coming out of Italy. And that the emissions out of Italy was visible from satellite. So it dramatically, of course, Italy shut down, but it dramatically changed. So if you think about it, maybe like the M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Happening, the trees got mad, the rainforest burned, and it let out a chemical in the air and the earth fought back. And it made people pretty much kill themselves. And we are literally killing ourselves when it comes to how we deal with each other, how we deal with the earth. Some of us don't have the tools to know how to have a low carbon footprint or not to, you got to have the discipline for that, not to waste. But even with gas, getting from one place to another, some people bike where they need to go. But I have a business. I have a whole business to support myself. So it's inevitable that something was going to go crazy. It's inevitable that something was going to happen where we can't filter out the air. All the trees are gone. If it's airborne, that's why I said it's like The Happening, because the trees blew it through the air. The wind got in the system and got in your face and you turned. So I just thought that was kind of funny when it came to that movie, when I seen that part where Mark Wahlberg, what's going on? Is it the trees? Like, we lost communication with everybody. And it may not be a funny subject because some people are really like going through that right now. But it's ironic, don't you think? It's ironic. What are we going to do to save our planet after all this stuff is happening? What are we going to do to save ourselves and be humane again? What are we going to do? We need to start over. We need to just start over. We need to homeschool our kids, teach them the lay of the land, learn how to grow our own vegetables, grow our own food, depend on each other and not technology so much, and just learn what we need to know. Isolate yourself if you can. I'm about to go to a party. I'm scared, but I'll keep you posted. It seems like this is going to be a long pandemic.